So the game is telling us to head on to the Wonderful Mart to buy a couple of things, and this is very important for the remastered version, because there are two very inexpensive things at the Wonderful Mart. It's telling you to buy Unite Guts and Unite Spring, and that is a very good idea because they only cost 10 Unite points. Guts. There's no conceivable way that you would have 0 money at this point. So Unite these are. Spring. The block move for Unite Guts and the dodge move for Unite Spring. Those will be assigned to your ZL button for Guts and ZR button for Spring. And I will be showing that off once we actually get into the first chapter. These other Unite morphs right now we can't get, but I will show those off in due time. Over in the different area of the shop, the custom blocks. These are abilities, or at least passive upgrades, that you can slot in at any time and, you know, exchange them out whenever you want to. Speed Charge allows you to get... Speed Charge! Yeah, recovery speed of the Unite gauge increases, so that's very useful. If you've played Beautiful Joe, there is this thing called the VFX Turbocharger, which also increased the speed at which your little gauge filled up. This is basically the same thing. Unite Charge allows you to just hold a button to increase the size of your Unite morphs. Energy Converter, very good. It's if you're at full battery and you restore your battery, then you actually restore health instead. Safeguard, I don't remember. Reduces incoming damage by half, but depletes the Unite gauge by a large amount. Okay, so you'll take damage, but you'll take less damage, and a lot of the damage then will go into the Unite gauge. I hope I paraphrased that right. Double Power, your Unite morphs do more damage, I'm pretty sure. Double Power. Yes, but it also costs more to use them. Item Catcher, whenever you deflect an attack with the Unite Guts, you get an item. Healing Guts, kind of the same thing, except you get a healing item. Auto Guts will trigger whenever you are not doing anything, and Guts just automatically shields you. Dodge Mine, whenever you dodge, you place down a mine, and that mine can do damage to any enemy trying to attack you from behind. Hero Counter, it's basically a parry move. You tap in the direction of an attack and you'll just parry them. Ukemi, basically the same thing as in Beautiful Joe, where if you time a command right when you're falling and when you hit the ground, then you'll recover some of the damage you took and you won't get penalized on your damage score. So, as you can see, definitely very expensive for a few of these. Then you have these other abilities. What are these called? Skills. Attack Liner will actually let you do damage while you're drawing. Speed Liner will increase the speed of your drawing. Formation Charge, if you're holding the Team Attack button, which is the the top face button, then you can charge up power and will allow more people to attack other enemies at once. Multi-Unite will allow you to do a Unite morph and then press the Team Attack button before actually, like, activating the Unite morph for yourself, and then send off that Unite morph to attack on its own. Which could be nice. It was originally a thing in the Wii U version, but here it's a purchasable skill. Multi-Unite! Alright. And that's it for shopping for now. Also, before we move on, I want to bring up that because this was a Wii U game, both the TV and the bottom screen were used. And when I say the bottom screen, I mean the Wii U gamepad. So this game operates still with the gamepad in mind, so you'll always, at some points, you'll be looking at the bottom screen. And the way that the remastered version works, because it's released on consoles with only one screen, you can press the back button, minus button, or whatever the equivalent of a select button is, and you can bring up the bottom screen. So right now you can see how many members in the squad we have, and then what difficulty we have, but this is only for this screen. Once we're actually into the next mission, it'll have some other features going for it that you'll need to look down at that part to understand what's going on. But that's not for right now, that's for a little bit later. Let's just get into it.
Team, after 20 years of silence, Geth Jerk is back, and now they're hitting us where it hurts, with a preemptive strike on Blossom City. But we can't let them have it. The rise of that city is the rise of our planet following Earth Defense War 2. And I'll die before I let them lay their paws on it.
I've been waiting all my life for the chance to make those alien scum feel the sting of my Valiantium blade. Of course, they won't feel it for long. They'll be dead from the blade.
Our colleagues at the Gaia Defense Army have already activated the hyper-plasma shield that circles the planet, codenamed Margarita. That plasma layer has most of the invading army deadlocked. Unfortunately, none of the GDA tactical simulations accounted for the salty dingoes blitzing our orbital defenses before Margarita could be shaken to life. And now, entire battalions have turned our home into a cocktail of destruction. The Sentinels have gathered you all here on the Virgin Victory for one reason and one reason only. An all-out attack on Gethjerk. We will eliminate the enemy with speed, precision, and extreme prejudice. I hereby initiate Project Stinger.
Why don't you just have me do it, save everybody the trouble?
Wonderful ones from around the world are being rushed in and will join you as the battle progresses. Wonder Red, as a resident of Blossom City, your knowledge of the battlefield will be a valuable asset to the team. I'm placing you in charge. This is your chance to prove you have what it takes.
Dude, seriously?
Sir, with all due respect,
Accept command of the team.
Roger.
Nelson, bro, hold up. Captain Nude Cakes? Really?
Tachyon radar showing multiple hostiles. I'm reading attack squadrons in the Blossom City suburbs. Waveform patterns indicate heavy anti-air artillery.
The only other member of the Sentinels.
Anti-air? They must be trying to block our approach. Wonderful 100. Deploy and eliminate those enemy forces on the double.
Roger. Team, fall in!
Roger!
Team, unite up!
Roger.
Even though we're the heroes of the world, the Wonderful 101, the Wonderful 100 do not shy away from beating up on the local wildlife. So you can go beat up those trees. That's a space carrot, doesn't do anything on its own. This is a space eggplant, also doesn't do anything on its own. And a space pepper, also doesn't do anything on its own. But collect enough of those and you can actually get some pretty cool items. Just to show off exactly what I mean, if you head into the menu and go to the Mixer tab, you can see this mixing list. And a lot of these items, I would say, are personally not anything I would use, but the bottom right one of the mixing list is a card. And if you get 30 of each vegetable, and then use this mixer to put all 30 of them in there, then you'll get that card. The card can be used to purchase any one thing per card in the shop for free. So you can get those 800,000 O-part required abilities and stuff if you want to. Also, send your wonderful ones into any holes that you see. You can get some hidden collectibles like this wonderful figure. You can also check wonderful figures, Gethjerk files, and wonderful files also in the menu. We'll just go ahead and ransack everything real quick. Here we have a larger Dogu. It's just called a Chew Dogu. It's only 20% in danger quotient. It's your typical, slightly larger version of an enemy you've already fought. But now that we have the Unite Guts, we can actually deflect attacks that are coming at us. Not every attack can be blocked. Sharp attacks and other such unblockable attacks that are a little bit not apparent right away. Those are a little bit trickier to know what is and is not blockable. But these guys, the Chudogus, they can be blocked and deflected however you want. Now, I did a thing just then about recruiting these little Dogus. And that is something you can do with most enemies, like most small enemies in the game. Specifically the Chudogus and the Dogus. Whenever they're flashing purple like that, if you draw a circle around them, then they can be recruited to your side. And you can get bonus points at the end of the stage if you do that. It's not much of bonus points, but it's something. You, of course, still get points for recruiting civilians to your cause. And at that point, yeah, you'd want to do that more often than not. But yeah, this is a drawing action game, as I've alluded to it. Draw circles around everything. You might be able to find some sort of hidden objects, like that, the wonderful noodle soup to go. So, the thing about items in this game, the reason I say that in the mixer you'd kind of really only want to go for the what's it called, the card, is that when you use items in this game, it actually causes you to take a hit to your overall score at the end of the stage. And, yeah, that's a problem for me. I like to play games, like these action games, Platinum ones specifically, to get score, not necessarily to look really cool doing it, or to do things as fast as possible. So I'm gonna try to go for high scores, but I'm not gonna guarantee anything. Alright, now that this helicopter has blown up, we just gotta blow it up. Or fallen down. We gotta blow it up, and then we can rescue the guys inside of it, and move on from there. We don't have to rescue civilians, keep that in mind. But you get more points for doing so, and you also get more people added to your squadron temporarily. So it's helpful for stages to rescue people. Super wonderful cake to go. Okay, so noodle soups in the game are your health restoring items, and cakes are your unite gauge restoring items. So you can pick them up just out in the wild as regular items, or if they're the to-go versions, then they will be like consumable items you can access in your menu. Once again, items, wonderful noodle soup, and all that. So there you go. Real quick. Ping! There's a wonderful toilet over there. Ping! Wonderful toilets may look like the perfect place for citizens to go for a number 2, but they are actually the number 1 hidden resupply point for the wonderful 100. Use a Wonderliner to send in your team, and you'll be sure to get something awesome. Also, by throwing that car earlier, the yellow one, we actually have a new wonderful one. And by recruiting him, we have unlocked a new skill for the Knight's Sword, the Wonderful Stinger. As for this guy, though, he's the Wonder Painter, the Eternal Artiste, Eugene Morgan, from Tahiti, Polynesia, using the Holy Rainbow Brush. It's a very sharp brush in that case. So, the Stinger, as with most Platinum games, if you tap backwards and then forwards really quickly and then press the attack button, you'll go soaring in the direction of your last pushed direction. In other words, forward. So it's a good way of closing distance with the sword. The fist currently doesn't have that, but if we rank up the fist enough times, then we will be able to unlock Stinger for the fist. Opening up that toilet, though, gave us a lot of O parts. Alright, let's go ahead and recruit some more dudes. Hanging out at Shifty's used cars. And there's a gas tanker here from No Pass Gas. Do not blow it up on your own, pick it up first and then throw it, because underneath is yet another wonderful one. Also, collecting more wonderful ones just out in the field and recruiting just people in general, you'll get your rank up for your wonderful ones. And in doing so, you can get more health and, you know, other such upgrades. But this guy, Wonderbeer, he is a fist user. He has the Cheers Knuckles. So, real quick, before we move on, though, I do want to point out that on the bottom screen, we can actually check out what it has to offer for us. By using the D-pad, we can move around the screen and interact with each of the wonderful ones we've collected, including the civilians, and see which ones actually have the fist and stuff. You can see their rank, and through continuous use of the people here, you will be able to rank them up and have them gain more abilities. So it's in your best interest, after you've used a particular wonderful one for long enough, switch over to a different wonderful one, have them rank up, and then you can continue to get even more health and even more abilities. So yeah, those are all the fists. You can move over here to see all the swords. So yeah, it's neat. We'll move on to here, though. Whenever you see a cog out in the world, that means that's probably something for the Unite hand to work with. And this is our first instance of needing the bottom screen, or the gamepad screen, from the Wii U version. What we're seeing on the big background right now is what you'd see on the gamepad on the Wii U version, but in that picture-in-picture screen, that's what the TV is supposed to be seeing. So here on the gamepad, you see 2, 3, 5, and then these cogs. On the outside, by turning these cogs, you will end up turning the numbers. And if you match it up to 2, 3, 5, let's do a counterclockwise one for this one. There we go. Then we open up the gate. We can hit back whenever and push aside that picture-in-picture. This is a gotcha. And its name is a gotcha. It even has a footprint. Ain't that nice? Nope. But yeah, turning the cog here will allow you to open up the gacha and get some new recruits. More often than not, the gachas will actually have regular wonderful ones in there and not civilians. So it is in your best interest to go after each gacha that you see, because it could potentially have a wonderful one inside of it. For this playthrough, by the way, I will be going for all of the wonderful ones. I'm not getting guaranteed 100% outside of that. Like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get all the hidden wonderful figures or all the bottle caps or what have you. But all the wonderful ones I can guarantee I will go for. Secret missions, I think, is another thing I'm going to try to go for. But if I miss any, then I will backpedal in the video. Or rather, I will show it where it should be in the video, even if I don't get it the first time. Before we move on, let's open up this little crate here. Also, that tutorial pop-up on the side there is teaching you some useful tips. So if you want to use the item, you can use the D-pad and toggle between which items you want to use. And then just hold down, you can use whatever items you have selected. I'm not going to be using any items, though, because that will actually penalize my score, as I mentioned earlier. And I'm not about losing score. Anyway, Kofun shooting lasers. Uh-oh. No! Goose! Now that we have slow motion, we can wonder jump all across these vehicles and return to the bridge kind of safely. Now, before we move on, there is actually some secrets to explore. Building a bridge, or a Wonderliner, Unite Chain, that's what it's supposed to be called. Over here, we actually unlock Secret Mission 5. So, the first secret mission. Again, the Unite Sword is going to be the best one to use for combos. The Fist is very good for dealing damage early on, so if you want a fight to end quickly, that's where the Fist comes into play. But combo-wise, yeah, you're going to want to stick with the Sword for the most part. Alright, but by coming back over here, too, we have another secret. We have more civilians here, and amongst them is this wonderful one. Recruiting her at this point, we now unlock the Stinger for the hand. This is Wonder Diva, the Golden Throat. Beatrice Bloomfield. Alright, there's actually nothing for us back where we got Wonder Beer, so we'll just go on from here. I don't think there's any other secrets right here, but if we jump off the bridge instead of, you know, going across it regularly, we can actually head down in here. We can do some fishing. Circle the fish, and they pop out. They drop some O-parts for you. And there is an achievement tied to fishing, so you can fish as much as you want as long as you see them there. Blue containers are sword-exclusive ones. So far, red containers, fist, blue containers, sword. Keep that in mind. Again, sending your wonderful ones into holes and crevices will allow you to unlock these files and figures. So Gethjerk files, they detail some of the enemies that we've come across so far and will come across. And then the wonderful files, same thing, but with the wonderful ones instead. I think that's all we have in here, so let's go ahead through this pipe. And just chain across here, and a super wonderful noodle soup to go for free. Not bad. Another wonder toilet here. Peppers! Delicious. We have another new enemy. The Hoedown. 30% danger quotient, but if you're not paying attention, this guy can be a little bit more tricky than what it lets on. So his shield actually blocks all damage from the front, and you have to block him in order to do damage to him. You'll flip him over whenever he charges at you and you block him, but sometimes he'll also fire off a cannonball. If you reflect it back at him, you can damage the shield. And damaging the shield twice will break it open, so that allows you to, you know, go after it regularly. I don't think I got a good combo score. Well, not the perfect one. It was gold, so it was still good, but eh. If it's not platinum, I'm like, damn, bad score. Alright, we're here in a promenade. Remember to bloom any flower beds that you see. Also, keep in mind that you will only take damage on your health bar if your main wonderful one that you're controlling, which you can tell by the leader little icon at the bottom there, or the circle. Whenever they take damage is when you take damage. Anyone in your squad, if they take damage, you will not get damaged, but you will need to resuscitate them, because they will be stunned at the time, and you'll need to, you know, need them back in your squad. Oop, still one more dude. There we go. Alright, we have a little bit of a puzzle here, but I'm gonna forego most of it. Basically, you just need to jump up on the shipping containers, and as long as you can reach up here, then you're totally fine. Platinum coin. Collect 5 of them in a stage, and you get a rare item. But it's not important to collect every platinum coin in every stage, because there's never a time where the platinum coins will give you, like, a required item for enhancing your score. It's usually just a consumable. Ping! Have you gotten the hang of wrapping things with a Wonderliner's Wonder Circle? As you know from training, the Wonder Circle is powerful beyond imagination. It's got the same extraterrestrial energy that powers the Shirogane Drive, after all. But you know that, so I'll keep it short. When something's in the circle, the amazing's possible. Like that withered flower bed over there. It's just screaming out for you to circle it. If you use the Wonder Circle on it, it might trigger a reaction that my sensors can pick up. So, wrap anything particular in a Wonder Circle, because knowing is half the battle. And wrap that up, and we get a Fire Victory Torpedo, which, using this item, will lower your result score, so keep that in mind. And I guess there is the notion of how, in the description of the Wonderful Noodle Soup and Wonderful Cake to go, it doesn't say that you can, that you would lose out on result score if you use them. But just to be safe, I'm just not going to use any items. Now, real quick, those fists that, one of those Chudogus, is that what they're called? Damn. The Chudogus, dropped. Oh, shoot, that's not good. Yeah, the arms, they are used as temporary weapons. Use them once, and then that's the end of them. So real quick about these hoedowns is that whenever they're stunned, actually this is true for any enemy, if they're stunned with those blue stars above their head, you can actually pick them up by wrapping the Wonderliner around them and then throw them for massive damage. Whenever enemies have that orange ring around them, that means that they are targeted. Like that's kind of like a lock-on system with the game. You need to have people mounted on top of them with the Unite attack, and then anytime you pull out your Unite gate or your Unite attack, your Unite morph to do damage or more damage rather, then you will home in on them automatically. There's a wonderful file there. Now this part coming up is a little bit tricky to get used to, so just follow my lead. No pass gas! Oh no! Sorry, went a little bit fast there. But Wonder Jump is always press the jump button. And then you have to draw a hand to grab the shield. Now, follow my lead. These tankers will fall down. You need to face the tankers as they're falling, and that's how you will prevent damage from them. The first one is off to the left there. This is the right one. You can see by the shadow. I believe the next one should be... Oh, okay. Actually, it does seem to change which directions they come from, because I think this is a different pattern than last time I played this. But in every instance so far, I've seen 2 fall to the right, so whether or not that's actually what happens, that's beyond me. Anyway, mission 8. There's some people trapped by flames. What do we do? Climb up the police building. Oh, that is the fist. There we go. Douse those flames. We have the Justice Missile. By recruiting enough civilians, we unlock the Justice Missile, which will fire from the Virgin Victory. You have to use it from the items menu, I believe, though. Wonder Kung Fu, the Drunken Style. Kung Pao and Drunken Noodle is his weapon. Alright, before we actually move on for progress, there's actually something else over here. This one will unlock after the... I don't remember if it's after saving Wonder Kung Fu, or if it's even after the tankers. There we go. Just throwing these guys. Alright, I think that's all of the regular Dogus. So I don't need to worry about them just shooting me randomly. Hit. Damn, not a good combo score. Alright, now we're done there. Now we can move on. Or now I can move on. An even bigger Dogu! This is a Daidogu. So-called because in Japanese the prefix Dai means big. So he's just a big Dogu. So he has a number of attacks. This one is his punch attack. And you can block almost every one of his attacks, except for a couple of them. I don't know if that's one of them. This kick, you can block, but there's another one coming up very soon that will not be able to be blocked. And it's this attack. So, when he's enraged like this, he cannot be stunned and your Unite Morph will break. So in order to do the most damage possible, wait until he's out of that enraged form and then attack him. Damn, not a good combo score. But by defeating him... Ping! Hey, I know what this is! Ping! It's a Geth Circle. It leads to the Gethzerk secret lair, Kakuriga. The Kakuriga are secret bases that remnants of the last Gethzerk invasion hid underground. Geth Circles are normally hidden, and how to uncover them is a secret to everybody. We were lucky to find this one. Let's break the seal and destroy the Kakuriga inside. Ping! I'm sure you already know how to break the Geth Circle seal, Red. Draw a line in front of it. So this is the only Kakuriga that is given to you outright in the game. And the Kakuriga are all challenge missions, basically. You are given you get 5 hit points usually, and you have to defeat all enemies in the encounter, sometimes even without taking any damage whatsoever. And yeah, just do your best to beat them with all the limited resources you have. This one's not too terrible. All you gotta do is just defeat everybody, and that is pretty easy to do, even said. So go ahead and do that. Beat up on him a little bit, get that combo score up. We see someone else is charging me from off screen. Get some stinger in there. There we go. Now to blow up all these guys. Where is everybody? Anybody else? Aha! Huzzah! Pure Platinum. And for clearing out the Kakurigas, you get wonderful figures. I believe you only need to do the normal Kakurigas in order to get the same wonderful figure that you can get from the easy and very easy modes. So, just to summarize, there are 5 difficulties, I believe. There's normal, hard, 101% hard, or was it very hard? I don't remember. Also, there's a wonderful one here. And then there's also very easy, easy, and normal. So, very easy, easy, and normal all have the same wonderful figures that you can get from those Kakuriga. Hard has its own set of figures, and then the one after hard it has its own set of wonderful figures. So in order to get 100% completion for those wonderful figures, you need to do the game. You need to play the game through 3 times, basically. I'm gonna take care of these guys real quick. There we go. Oh! What's up? Hit. Alright, here's another attack from the Daidogu. This one is blockable. All you need to do is just sit under him and then you're good. Alright, there we go. The Daidogus can also drop little fists. They're not as good as the Unite hand, but it does its job, I guess. It's still powerful, and you get bonus points for using them. There's another wonderful one here. Amidst some platinum coin. Well, I was going to say coins, but it is just a platinum coin. Let's rock! Mission 13. Also, the camera is not behaving. Let me out. Come here, you. I don't want that. I don't want that. You can mash the stick side to side in order to get rid of it. Like any weapons that you pick up, that is. Whoa! Yeah, whenever their shield is off, their attacks become a little bit more, like a little harder to dodge. Like their timing is definitely different. Is that it? Yep, looks like it. Alright. Rock Hard Sports. Its claim to fame, its giant football helmet fell off. Oh no. Alright, there we go. There is... Oh. Yeah, I got cover. I just wanted to blow that up. You have to move forward a little bit more to break it. Which was probably ill-advised on my part to do that. Because there is something else to do. And gonna need to backpedal through there. Now, fire. It's a problem, right? Well, turns out the fist is actually immune to fire, so as long as you have it out, then you have no problem approaching fire. Oop. Oh. Just gonna have to wait for my dudes to come over here so I can actually loop them around. And besides just a new wonderful one, Wonder Judo, we also have a Hero Heart Fragment. So, Hero Heart Fragments, they're basically pieces of heart. Collect 4 of them and you can increase your maximum health. Oh no, where are my dudes? They're still burning in flames. There we go. Fish'ems. Anything else over this direction? Over yonder? It's not looking like it. Alright, up we go. I believe, yeah. Sometimes, that one was a little bit hard to notice, just based on what I was doing. But sometimes there will be objects in the world, or at least surfaces in the world, where you need to trace the shape of them. And if you do that, then you can actually pop out an item for yourself. Also, we come back here. I believe there's something secret for us. Again, I believe. No, there is not. Well, maybe not right here, but what if I was to jump off the bridge? I believe this was doable before we went to Rock Hard Sports. Hi, children. Gonna toss our dudes into here, get another wonderful figure. Any more fish? Yes. Gone fishing. Alright. Hop in here. And I believe... Bottle cap. I think that you achieve that for doing all... or using all tunnels, like all pipes in Operation 1. Okay, cool. There are a couple of things here, including the platinum coin, which is the final one of the stage. There we go, super wonderful noodle soup to go. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your romantic moment, gentleman and lady. I'm sure that meteorite also doesn't mean to... Well, he just left her to die, I guess. She's probably mad at him. Oh well. Pretzelicious. Sorry, I saw a billboard behind this guy. I got really hungry for pretzels. I mean, this is Doc Hart's. Or Doc Hart's. This guy actually is one of the first instances of having an attack that you cannot block with the guts. Which, its tail is spiked. And if you get hit by that... Whoa. It also has acid, which you cannot block. You cannot... So, yeah. Whenever it rears up like that, it's going to attack with its spiked tail. If you, you know, build up a lot of guys on top of it, then it... whoop. There we go. Then it will become stunned and will allow you to get a lot of extra damage on it. Oh, that's a tail slap. A little hard to tell, like, the difference between if it's gonna do a jumping claw attack or if it's gonna do a tail slap, but the difference is that it jumps up before it does the double claw attack. Also, it just dropped a weapon, and we're not gonna be able to use this one much, but it's kind of like a whip. So yeah. Anyway. If we come back here, turns out, yeah, she's just stepping on him as he's pleading for forgiveness. And now they're safe on the Virgin Victory. But you also get a bottle cap. Take it out on the other guys. Anyway, Pretzelicious and Cataclysmart. Now we're at the end of the stage. Operation Clear, and we're heading off to the Wonderful Mart. Alright, we got every mission done, and that's a platinum trophy because of the average. Nice. Not bad. Enemy weapon held. So I had to hold a weapon to get the bonus for that? Like, when I go to the Wonderful Mart? Okie dokie.